Imagine being trapped in your own body, aware but unable to communicate. This is the reality for some comatose patients. Now let's take a moment to understand what a coma is. A coma is a prolonged state of unconsciousness, typically caused by severe brain injury. It's like a profound sleep, but unlike sleep, you can't be woken up from a coma. It's a protective mechanism by the brain to heal itself from trauma. But here's where the mystery begins. What does a person in a coma experience? Are they locked in their own minds, aware of their surroundings but unable to interact? Or is there simply nothingness, a void of sensation and consciousness? Perhaps do they enter a dreamlike state, living in a world created by their subconscious? Today we will delve into 3 theories that attempt to explain what happens to a person in a coma. Our first theory is the locked-in syndrome. This is quite a chilling concept where the person in a coma is fully aware and capable of thinking, but tragically, they're unable to move or communicate. Imagine being trapped within your own body, aware of everything happening around you, but unable to interact or respond. Now you might be wondering, what evidence do we have to support this theory? Studies have shown that some patients in a coma show patterns of brain activity similar to those of conscious people when they're spoken to or touched. This suggests that they may indeed be aware of their surroundings. Moreover, there have been instances where patients diagnosed with locked-in syndrome have eventually regained some form of communication, often through eye movements or blinking, reinforcing this theory. So, it's a terrifying thought, being aware but unable to communicate. But what if there's nothingness? Enter our second theory, the void theory. This theory suggests a state of nothingness, akin to a deep, dreamless sleep. Picture this, an abyss of silence and darkness, devoid of thoughts, emotions, and sensory input. It's as if someone has hit the pause button on consciousness itself. Several studies and anecdotal reports seem to uphold this idea. Some coma survivors have reported experiencing absolutely nothing while in their comatose state. A void, if you will. They have no memory of the time they spent in the coma, as if those days, weeks, or even months were simply erased from their lives. This theory may seem bleak, but it's also somewhat comforting. It suggests that being in a coma is not a state of distress or discomfort, but rather a deep, peaceful slumber. But what if the experience is not so bleak? What if the mind creates its own reality? This brings us to our third theory, the dream theory. This hypothesis suggests that a person in a coma might be experiencing a continuous stream of dreams or hallucinations. It's akin to being in a long, deep sleep, but one where your mind is still churning out images, scenarios, and stories. There's scientific evidence that supports this theory. Research has shown that some comatose patients exhibit REM sleep patterns, the stage of sleep where most dreaming occurs. Additionally, numerous anecdotal reports from those who have recovered from a coma tell of vivid dreams and hallucinations they experienced while unconscious. One might wonder, are these dreams random, or do they provide insight into the patient's subconscious? Perhaps they are a way for the mind to process trauma or make sense of the unusual state it's in. So, whether it's a state of awareness, nothingness, or a dreamlike state, the experience of being in a coma remains a fascinating mystery. While the reality of being in a coma is often far from the Hollywood depiction, these theories provide some insight into what a comatose patient might experience. Let's circle back to what we've covered today. First, we delved into the locked-in syndrome, a theory suggesting that the patient might be fully aware of their surroundings, yet unable to communicate. Then we explored the void theory, which posits a state of nothingness, a blank space devoid of thoughts and sensations. Lastly, we examined the dream theory, an idea suggesting that patients might be experiencing vivid, dreamlike states. Each of these theories, while different, highlight the profound mystery and intrigue surrounding comas. They remind us that there's still so much we don't know about the human brain and consciousness. If you found this video interesting, please give it a like and subscribe to our channel. And as always, thank you for watching.